check out some Thor Ragnarok images this week?
Yes, I did.
Fresh, hot off the press.
Yep.
You wouldn't believe it.
Fresh new haircut for Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, what do you think?
Looks pretty good.
People are like, it looks just like Chris Hemsworth, which is true.
They're not wrong.
But I like it.
Same.
So we got a little bit of new information. I can take us through it step by step
I'm
if
ready.
you want. Unless you want to do it.
Well, I don't know what the
Here,
information
catch
is.
my computer, Mason.
Oh, jeez,
Joe! So Hela's been trapped in Asgard, right?
Yep.
But you remember Loki? This is all official as well. This isn't like any kind of speculation.
Okay.
But I guess minor spoilers if you don't want to know anything.
Nice.
But Hela's played by Cate Blanchett.
Uh-huh.
Is trapped on Asgard, and because Loki's ruling, but he's ruling as Odin, he's a bit
That's right.
loosey-goosey in his ruling style, I'd
Yeah.
imagine. And she gets out. And,
More illusions. I demand it. And they're like, all right.
I guess.
More trickery. Odin demands more trickery in your daily lives.
So Thor then battles Hela, and she's a bit pissed off because she's been trapped for like millennia and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then she blasts him to Sakaar, which is what I believe is some kind of junk planet where everything just kind of all the lost stuff kind of goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of those kind of things.
Yeah.
What other? I can't think of another example of that.
Greenland has the Mosaic World, which is
Right,
a whole
cool.
bunch of different cultures and civilizations sort of smushed together.
Good. It's like whatever the labyrinth was.
It's like the world of junk, the planet of junk, where the Junkions live in Transformers.
Transformers. Very good. These are all good examples.
Good examples, aren't they?
Good job.
Thank you.
And they're Jeff Goldblum's Grandmaster. He's
Adelaide.
Got him.
That's a bird on the city of Adelaide.
City of churches, more like city of no one wants to visit your shit city. I've never been.
Neither have I. I hear it's great. I hear it's quite good. It's quite nice.
Jeff Goldblum's Grandmaster. This got people talking. So he's running a fighting tournament.
Yes.
A pit fighting tournament, like in the comic World War Hulk.
Yeah.
Sorry, Planet Hulk.
Planet Hulk.
I get those confused. And you saw that image of Jeff Goldblum.
He's got the blue spittle soul patch.
He does.
You know, the long spittle.
What do you think?
Looks pretty good.
No, so it's good to see him in more stuff because he's not really, kind of pops up every now and then.
Enigma,
He
like
is an
the
enigma.
Grandmaster.
That's exactly
That's
right.
what they wanted to channel his Jeff Goldblum-y mysterious energies for the Grandmaster.
I feel like they have.
That's actually how the Grandmaster gets his powers in the comic books. He actually channels the mysterious energy of Jeff Goldblum. Did you know that?
I do now. My favorite meme of Jeff Goldblum is, you know, the one where he's shirtless in Jurassic Park.
Yep.
And he's lying sideways. There's one where somebody's superimposed like Sam Neill over the top when he's leaning on the Triceratops.
That's right,
And Jeff
yeah.
Goldblum's breathing, and Sam Neill's
Yeah.
like in awe.
That is a good one.
Yeah, it's very good. But and it's there Thor meets Tessa Thompson, who's Valkyrie, and he's put in the fighting pit, and so they give him that sweet haircut.
Yes.
Bit of a fade, maybe a light fade. And he's got his new armor.
He's got a shield of some sort.
Yeah, I think Hela takes his hammer as well. So that might explain why he doesn't have it.
How'd she do that?
She's magic. Everyone's magic.
Oh, yeah, magic.
It's and then he finds out that like Hulk's there. Hulk's like this like star combatant, and he's not like sad Hulk running from tanks,
Oh, he's
which
loving
I
it.
know is your favorite version of Hulk.
It isn't.
Rubbery, sad, angry Hulk.
My favourite Hulk is Joe Fixit, the grey one who went off to Las Vegas and became a mob enforcer for some reason.
Well, it might
My
be this
favourite.
one.
He wears a big old pinstripe suit.
I know.
He's a real grump.
He certainly is. Did he split from the main Hulk or something? Is that right?
No, it was... He sort of... Because, you know, the original Hulk was grey.
Yeah.
And then it was difficult to print grey, so they turned it to green. Well, when in the 80s, when it became profitable to print grey again, Peter David, the writer, was like, hey, let's bring back that version. And that's the version that turned into the Hulk at night and became human during the day.
Right.
And so... But this Hulk realised that the reason he kept turning back into Bruce Banner was not because it was daytime, it's because he got sun on him.
Yeah.
So if he just covered himself up, he'd stay the Hulk.
Big old hat.
So he wore a big old hat and a big old cloak or whatever, and then he just goes to Las Vegas and he just works nights.
Very good.
Yeah, so he just stayed the Hulk for months.
Anyway, so there's fights and whatever, and this version of Hulk, he's got more swagger and he's more of kind of a god. He's a crowd favorite, mate.
I love it.
He's
That's interesting. We've not seen that in the movies.
no. It's all sad Hulk running from tanks.
Yeah.
But anyways, they've kind of moved away from that. Anyway, and then it turns into like a road trip movie with him
Why
and
does he
Thor.
not turn back into Bruce Banner ever?
Because it's probably really dangerous.
Oh, good point, yeah.
Yeah. Why would he? Why would you?
Also, probably magic.
Yeah, and magic. But if he's on this like battle-scarred world or whatever,
Yeah.
there is no benefit to him being Bruce Banner.
That's true.
Yeah. And I'd imagine maybe because he stays as the Hulk for so long, maybe he just gets a little bit of intelligence. Because
Yeah,
apparently
maybe.
there's...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. because I know Ruffalo only shot for like a few weeks.
He's got intelligence.
He certainly does.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like this is gonna be way more Hulk in this than there is than there is Bruce Banner. Yeah, but then it turns into a road trip movie, and then it's straight into Infinity War.
Nice.
Kind of after that. Anyway, Taika Waititi. Remember, people are like, it's gotta be a comedy. You're gonna ruin World War or Planet Hulk, whichever one this is.
I'm definitely angry. I'm not quite sure, but I feel I should be, so I'm angry.
But he said it's not really a comedy, but there are funny moments, and he reckons that Chris Hemsworth's timing.
Chris is like, we're best mates. So anyway, Chris was saying, Chris Hemsworth. Yeah. So I'm talking about there. You probably don't know him personally, but I do.
He said his comic timing has been underutilized, and is one of the funniest things in the movie. And he compared him to like the Jack Burton character from Big Trouble in Little China.
Great, I love it.
Which I knew you'd love to hear.
Yeah.
So I had to include that
Nice.
sliver of info, Mason.
Makes
Very
me feel good in my
exciting,
tum.
though. Yes.
Num 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 num.
I think this is my most anticipated comic book movie of this year, I think.
What else we got?
Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Guardians 2.
Oh.
Logan we got, which was great, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I reckon it's a toss-up between Ragnarok and Guardians 2.
Yeah, fair. But
Because
I feel
they're
like
crazy space movies.
I agree.
That's what we want. I want crazy space
But the thing
stuff.
is, well, like we've seen Guardians, you know what I mean? Like even if the Guardians is great, which there's a very good chance that it will be. We've seen a Guardians movie. We haven't seen something like this.
That's true, we haven't,
Yeah. We've seen a pretty good Thor movie and then a pretty average Thor movie.
Yeah.
Time for a pretty good Thor movie
Yeah,
again.
right.
That's what I say.
I'm just looking forward to just. I love how crazy space stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Just out in the world.
Absolutely.
Like just Peter Quill's off Star-Lording about.
Yep.
I like the idea that a whole bunch of people have just ended up in space and now they're just doing space stuff. And the rest of the world's happening below and they're like, I don't care, I'm doing space stuff.
Space stuff.
I'm space stuff.
All right.
That's the show, I reckon.
Thanks for listening.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.